Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about what are people noticing about you. So we have three piles from the left to right. The first pile is Ocean Jasper. The second pile is Phosphosiderite. And the third pile is Rose Quartz. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most. I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Ocean Jasper, this is going to be your reading. So, before I start off with your pre-shuffled cards, I feel like using the tarot deck to see what exactly are people noticing about you. I'm picking up on heavy Aquarius energy. Very intellectual, you're quite smart. I just heard social distancing. You might also have like a very chiseled jawline or something about like a square rectangle face, like you have very prominent collarbones is also what I'm hearing. Something about your skeletal system perhaps. Okay, you might also groove really well, like I'm getting like dancing but just like grooving, you know what I mean? Like maybe you have been going out quite a lot, or you're just having a fun time somewhere, some shape or form. Somebody could have also turned or just started like a professor job or something, like maybe somebody is also dating a professor is what I'm hearing. I don't know. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What are people noticing about pile number 1? So we have Three of Swords. You give off a heartbreaker energy. Eight of Swords. I'm getting a very strong message that if people look at you as romantic perspectives, people think that, I mean, they're noticing that on their own. It's based on their own assumption that okay, we have Judgment, Libra. Seven of Wands, that they have to be a little bit cautious if they get involved with you or like something, because maybe you're just a heartbreaker, or maybe you just got over a relationship, you got out of a relationship. That's also what I'm seeing. Okay, so it's a tricky situation to be involved with you romantically. Okay, people are noticing that. Or it can also be that you just got yourself out of a relationship which was not happy, which was hurting you. This is what your friends are also noticing, and you're wanting to move out of it. You've had realizations, and there's some sort of like glow up mentally is what I'm hearing, where I feel like you might be on the defense right now is what I'm picking up. You might be on the defense, okay, because of what you've been through. But then again, it's not like people don't want you, it's more like they're cautious of your energy right now. And I'm getting that this is an assumption in some shape or form. We have Mercury. See, this is a lot about you're a smart person. With Leo again, I just spoke about the Gemini, so a lot of air and fire, but I also heard water. That's why I was just, my brain was lagging a little bit. So I'm curious whether if this is out in the public, or people just know that, or you're just not, I don't know. I just keep getting like a heartbreaker energy right now. People think, or they notice this, that you're a heartbreaker, you're just out there I don't know, playing with people, or not getting player vibes. I'm getting more like you're on a fun spree. You know how we say like a shopping spree, you know what I mean? Like people think you're on a fun spree right now, you're not holding yourself back, you're getting what you want. See, with the devil, this could be a lot of sexual energy or sexual encounters. And you know, I'm getting again the professor keyword from spirit. So I wonder if you have been involved with someone, or I just heard jack shit. I don't know. You're just acting very careless, is what people are saying, okay? You don't have to take everything, but I'm just saying what I'm getting, okay? Not everything that is coming through has to be you. Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. I get this message that people notice that at first you're acting very, you know, like hardcore, and it's like I don't get attached too quick. I'm hearing the song I Don't Fuck With You. So it's like you have a very you have a defense mechanism. That's what we got in the beginning, and people notice that, and they have to be slow and steady, and they have to be sure of you. But it's also like it's at your own pace. If they really like you, it's gonna take time to get to know you. It's Star, because you're not healed from your past. Eight of Wands, because I feel like with the Star again, Aquarius energy, you just stop talking sometimes. People notice this, that you are ice. You know, you're like a little bit of not even loner. I don't think it's a loner. You're a little bit isolated emotionally as of now. Maybe you're choosing to be like that, okay? There's something about you that's quite aloof. Yeah, that's the right word. Thank you, Spirit. Like you choose to just keep yourself a little bit you know, away from the crowd. I don't know. There's something like you don't come out to. It's not even that, Spirit. What is it? I mean, it's like, it's not that you're emotionally unavailable either, but you make yourself emotionally unavailable. Does that make sense? Because I'm really trying to, like, you know, rack my brain for this. Like, what is it? It's almost like you keep a good amount of distance, and I can't even say it's healthy, because there is something where you keep people at bay. So it could be because you're healing right now, but the Three of Swords is upright, so maybe it's because you haven't healed from your past. So I'm getting a lot of admirer energy, or like, you know, you have people who are in the queue, is what I'm hearing, who are in the queue, like they would like to get to know you emotionally. But there's just this energy where they sense, like, you know, something about you is trying to avoid. See, the Nine of Cups in reverse, you're not happy with yourself. So it could be that they're noticing that, or they just sense this unhealed energy, like a melancholy to you, that, you know, this person is still not healed, or they are not, like, we have to be very sure whether we want this person romantically, because it's not that they think that you're a bad person. I hope I'm being very clear about that. It's just that they sense something that is. See, with the Ten of Wands, I was, you know, just shuffling the deck with the Five of Cups, like you're still carrying a lot of grief from something that didn't work out in your life, or they just suspect that, you know, people notice that. And I'm getting that this is not just acquaintances. These are people around you. These are people who are your admirers, or people that you talk to, basically, who are trying to, you know, get their way in. And I'm also getting like maybe you've been sexually quite active. That could be a message for someone. And the people that you're hooking up with, or just like, you know, whatever you're doing, they also notice this, that you are a lover, but you've put your heart on lockdown. Basically, I'm hearing the song here, Kanye West. So I'm getting that, you know, these people pick up on the fact that you probably have put your heart on lockdown. So that's what I'm picking up over here. Let's see what else. What else are people noticing about you? I'm getting it's like it's difficult to get in your pants as well. So you know exactly what that means, right? So it's like you're defensive, vulnerability. But the thing is about thing about you is that you try to hide yourself, but it's actually, it comes through. Your eyes might be really expressive, okay? I keep getting the image of like Eight of Wands in reverse in my head. Grief. Thank you so much, Spirit. Like they're telling me everything that I just picked up on you. So your close friends, people that you talk to, they pick up on something that's like defensive. You're hiding something, and I don't mean defensive in the sense that you're hurting people out there, but you're trying to protect yourself. Now, I mean, two sides of a coin. But yeah, I don't know what you're doing, but this is something people are noticing with the Mercury, that with Mercury I'm getting the energy that these are not stupid people. They can also understand what you're doing, and you don't let people in easily. Upheaval and potential. They also feel like not just anybody can get you. That's also one thing that I'm picking up over here. Like, not just anybody can get you. You want me to shuffle this deck? I just heard paint me like one of your French girls, so they probably noticed that you're a very beautiful person. Pluto transformation. So we have such strong energies with Pluto. So this is giving me more like they think that, or they're noticing that you're trying to rebuild yourself right now. You're trying to move on from something in your life that has been very draining, something that you probably have been expressing about a lot. Like, maybe you write about it, or maybe you post about it, or maybe there's just this something about you. I'm hearing je ne sais quoi. It's not a bad thing that they're noticing it about you, but they also feel like they have to be wary of it. Because again, I feel like these are not dumb people who want you. I mean, I'm trying to compliment you that you have intellectual people who want to pursue you, and they kind of understand the order of life, if that's the right word, that you have to be patient when you want to be with someone. So I feel like these people also weigh their options, whether it's worth staying around and seeing, and I'm not saying that that's on your self-worth, but logically speaking, practically speaking, people are going to think who they're investing in, right? And I feel like these people think a lot about whether they should pursue this or not. It's something that I'm getting, like maybe people or somebody in your mind, I don't know, or maybe people you don't even know about. Like, I'm getting secret admirers or just suitors, basically. Okay, whether you're a man or a woman, they think a lot about this, like, how is this person going to come through. Like, I feel like they're a great person. I'm picking up on that. Why would they want to be with you if they're contemplating, if you're not good enough? That's what I'm picking up over here. Maybe this is triggering a part of you, I don't know, but it's just like I'm trying to tell you that why would they contemplate so much if you were not good enough, right? So what I'm trying to really put over here is that they sense something within you which is like a little bit, it's stuck on something. It's stuck from something, at something, excuse me, on something in their past, in your past. So that's what I'm picking up over here. But they also sense intense sexual chemistry. Like, there's a lot of 3D action over here. So perhaps I would call it like a lot of pentacle energy, grounding energy, where there's a lot of sexual tension over here. You radiate a lot of spiritual energy, like healing energy, which is like, that's why I pick up on this very potent sexual energy over here. And I feel like you really like to express yourself that way as well. So if you've hooked up with these people or whatever it is, like, they just can sense something that is a little bit like, oh, whoopsie daisy, like, I'm getting that word, like, it's just a little bit, okay, do not step on that mine, kind of like, you never know when it'll explode. So these people do feel like there is a part of you which is a little bit reserved, not just for everyone. Okay, so we have fourth house root. See, this is the pentacle energy that I spoke about. This gives me very Taurus energy to me. Like family issues, or perhaps where a lot of see, the first thing we have is answer rooted in the past. So these people pick up on that. They notice that there's sensitivity over here, there's anxiety, like there are some domestic or past memories which kind of haunt you with the full moon. Like, there are overwhelming emotions that people pick up over here. And I feel like between you and I feel like these things, or whatever has happened in your past, still really pull strings on your self-esteem. That's why I had to make sure that I clarify that it's not that you're not good enough, but it is very, very logical and practical for everyone to think what they're investing in. So I'm seeing some sort of like growth as well, like people waiting on you or seeing your growth. But right now it's all about like who you are in secret. So I think that they get curious about it. It's not that people don't want to get to know you, is what I'm picking up. I think that it's very based on the fact, like, how much will you let them in. So what are they noticing about you? Your boundaries. And they also kind of see the reasoning behind why you have boundaries as well. Okay, I did pick up on defenses and boundaries, so I hope you can understand the distinction between them, right? We have the high priestess. So these people read you, okay? These people read you, and I'm getting more like who and what kind of people they are. I think that people are noticing about you that you have something to offer, but it's like it's not like you're completely open hearted to it right now. So maybe you need to see whether you are, or maybe you actually know that world in the Seven of Pentacles, that you're more self oriented right now. You're more self oriented. I feel like people know that, and you're not really investing here and there. That's also something that they're noticing. Like with the High Priestess, I'm getting more energy like other people, and the Page of Pentacles is yours, like Piscean energy with the High Priestess. Like people are seeing your light and dark attribute, and I don't think that this is wrong or um what do you call a derogatory reading. Okay, I'm just saying that from a realistic point of view. I keep feeling the need to say that. I don't know, it's really like, they think that you have something to offer. They can bring something like a stable, they can have a stable connection with you in any shape or form, like whether it be a friendship or a partnership, companionship, or whatever it is. But it's gonna take time. Like you're gonna really really take your time before you also invest in something else. But I feel like what's given over here majorly is the fact that you're investing in yourself. So I almost get this energy that you don't want to be pushed um to do your healing at somebody else's pace or something. I don't know, but there's something that really hurts you. What else do we have, Spirit? Okay, I'm just gonna put out a random card. What are they noticing? Opposition, power struggle, point of tension. There is, a light and dark attribute square. So this is about climbing a mountain, and we have Leo. Well, okay, yeah, I see that. These people are noticing it, and this is not people that are just acquaintances or people that you don't even know, or like through your social media. These are people that are talking to you. Okay, so I hope you realize that these are very valid assumptions, if you will, even if it's not true. But you chose this path, so there must be something that is being noticed over here. Lastly, we have the card Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Wow. So this is such a this is such a twist to your reading. I wonder how does this fit in with everything. Okay, so nevertheless, Spirit is telling me, like Spirit literally used the word nevertheless. Like nevertheless, whatever is happening, people still see you as a very positive, powerful person. And something about the belt over here really gives me like, maybe they're noticing your dressing sense, like you're very coordinated with that, like the colors and what you add to it. But there's this, this heat that I'm picking up over here. So again, I spoke about the sexual energy. People are noticing that you have a very potent sexual energy over here, something that they do want to get a whiff of. Okay, and I really mean a whiff of. I also feel like some people are very intimidated by you just overall, but also your sexual energy. So if people that you've been attracted to and they just don't know how to, come towards you or be involved with you or experience that act with you, it's because they're very intimidated by it. And I'm also getting like, if you're a woman, actually both genders, that they feel like they can't satisfy you. Something about your energy is I want to use the word twisted, but it's not in a bad way. I'm just using it to describe the situation. Like they think that you might have some kinks up your alley. Okay, and they don't know if they can handle the heat. Okay, I want to pull out another card. You might be a little bit tired or fatigued at this moment. Like I'm feeling like you get socially exhausted is also what people notice. The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, abundance. They see you as like a hard worker. People that are around you, like you have logic to things that you do, even if they don't understand. It's kind of like a confidence within you, like a rite of passage, if you will, that they think that you have your own path and you're gonna do whatever you need to do. And these people can't really push you. Like they see you as someone with the pentacle energy. I see like grounded, like a tree with roots deep down in the soil. You can't see it. You try to shake it, but it won't move, no matter how bad you think that this tree has been shook, or this tree is metaphorically speaking heartbroken, speaking about you. Like they think that you're heartbroken, but they also feel like, what, this person is not to be messed with. Like just because they're going through a phase, that doesn't mean that they can get swayed away. You know what I'm saying? So, pile number one, this was your reading. I'm gonna leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information personal readings is given down below. And I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you choose the Phosphosiderite, this is going to be your reading. I'm already getting a message about your beauty. People really notice your beauty. There's something about you with which is like you're if you're a woman, you're on the fuller side. Okay, there is a possibility, doesn't have to be, but people see you as a very feminine, fertile energy. And if you're a man, I think that they see that you have very rich inner life. Okay, my bad. I think that people get very nervous, like I heard the word intimidated and nervous. I'm not getting intimidated in a sense where it stops them from talking to you. I feel like there's just a good amount of intimidation over here where it's like, yeah, you're pretty and all that, you know. And it's also your energy. I'm hearing like the good life. I forgot the song. There was a song called Good Life. I think Jay-Z, I don't know. Something about the good life over here. You could also be a good singer. People really notice your voice. Something about it is very erotic. Okay, erotic. I feel like you're a strong, sensual woman. I don't know why. I'm getting a lot of feminine energy. If you're a man, it's like you're a very strong, sensual dude. You gotta be real. Spirit. I'm getting High Priestess energy immediately. So it's almost like I think people think that you are a little indecisive. I don't know if you come across to be more confident than you actually are, okay? I'm getting like people that you think might not understand that do pick up on that on you. Might not be the best thing to hear, but yeah, they do understand this. And I feel like they don't judge you or they belittle you about it, but it's like they just notice that. And I think that it's a very humanly perspective. We have the Magician in reverse. Yeah, like you don't know your power completely. People notice this, that you don't understand your worth very well. And I also think that people think that you are very clever with the Magician, Gemini, Virgo. There's a lot of water energy. People think that you're a very emotional person or you've had to go through a lot. Something about that, it gives away. I don't know, like I'm getting that quote that you are doubting yourself, where some people are very scared of your potential, so give yourself credit. I completely butchered the quote, but I feel like you get the message, right? We have the Two of Cups over here and the Queen of Swords in reverse. You hide a lot of things, and I spoke about the indecision with the Two of Cups, right? People notice that it's difficult for you to make a choice oftentimes, because it can also be that you have a lot of suitors. Okay, that can be one thing to look at. But I feel like people think that you don't know your power. With Queen of Swords also, I'm seeing someone who is who doesn't know how to stand up for themselves sometimes. Okay, I know this is not going exactly the way you expected it to be, but there could be some circumstance where it's almost like people are intimidated by your energy and you don't even realize to the extent of what it is. Like, you don't know your worth completely. Pile number two is what I'm picking up. And there's nothing to feel ashamed of, okay? But I'm gonna read it the way I see it. It's completely up to you whether you want to take it or not. You don't have to take every message that comes in the reading. I did pick up on this energy that you seem quite bougie, high maintenance. I'm getting that, definitely. Like you live a good lifestyle and you like to maintain that. Definitely bougie. And I feel like again with the suitors, they think that you also, the intimidation that comes with your suitors is like they know that they need to be better than your ex, okay, in some shape or form. And they also need to love themselves. So I'm getting like these suitors kind of get a reflection about themselves or through you, where they have to think about like what are they bringing to the table if they want to be with you. Does that make sense? um I mean, obviously it does. Like everybody thinks about that. What are they offering you? And I feel like these people think that you're quite bougie. Like you would require money. Like you would require them to splurge on you, take you out for good dates and like shopping and whatever. It's get a very feminine energy over here. If you're a man, I think that they think that you could provide them with that. But nevertheless, they like to have to be. They would have to be okay, like a wifey material. They would have to cook for you, and they would have to, um clean up after them or something like that. The people that you're attracting right now are coming from a darker zone of your subconscious. So if you're attracting people that are not completely in their power, it's because you're not. I just want to put that out there. So what I'm picking up from these suitors is that they are intimidated by you and you're kind of attracting those people, as of now as well. But then there's also this duality to them, just like there is to you. So we have harmony. You are a peaceful person and sometimes you would not speak about it if it means like keeping the peace, which I think is a good trait, as long as you're not doing that too often to just, not rock the boat because you're scared of fights and confrontations. You have the fertility, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. Like, thank you, spirit. They see you as a very fertile person. There's a lot of husband and wifey energy in disguise. I feel like people think that you have, like, they notice that you have good potential to be a long-term companion. Okay, I'm gonna open your pre-shuffle cards. You have two astrology cards. We have Grand Cross Provoker. See, I told you, you are that mirror that people come to meet with, and they see like a painful process that happens when they meet you and they get triggered by their own insecurities, because they see like how what people notice about you is that how you bring that awareness to them, okay, when you're in their life. And with the magician, like whatever people judge you for, if they judge that you don't stand up for yourself or you don't speak too much or whatever they're doing, it's like their own projections. You see like how, if you stuck around, because I'm getting like somebody in the beginning could have just clicked off the reading and they might not even be here to acknowledge that, but I'm just picking this energy very strongly that, somebody did pick up this reading and then they were just like, fuck it, it's not good, like I'm not hearing like what I want to hear. It's like if you're still here and you're embracive about like, your shadow and your light attribute, this is what I'm getting over here. Like, everything is a projection onto you, whether they realize this or not. But I feel like there's a lot of like termination or departure energy. I'm getting the airport. Maybe you travel a lot or you like to travel, or there's like people from at distance and your friends are at distance, or maybe you have long distance relationship, something about that. With the Mars energy, again, there's like a very strong stands to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you stand where you are. There's also this thing. So it's quite a dichotomy. I feel like you're growing out of the mold of people pleaser that you used to be. Perhaps that's the reason why, there's this duality to you where, there's a dark and light attribute. I also feel like you attract a lot of soulmates. So this could be about a soulmate that resonates with you, that they're noticing this about you. We have second house owning, Two of Pentacles. Again, I feel like this is about the back and forth that we pick up over here about light and dark attributes. Like, people notice this within you, it's because it's also in themselves. So you remind people like how to not be too judgmental, because I feel like life really humbles them once you are in their life. I'm gonna be very honest. Again, these messages just apply to you if you actually stuck around and were like, gutsy enough to hear about things like, yeah, people can notice your insecurities. I'm just gonna like, if you can watch tarot readings and figure out about other people's hidden feelings, that doesn't mean the universe is not providing them with information to get to know about you. I don't know why I said that, but a very interesting message. I'm getting like life really humbled you as well. I'm getting like the Grand Cross Provoker, like maybe you were in depression for a while, or maybe you went through a glow up, like you reduced weight. People are noticing that. Like there's something about owning as well, like high class, high fashion is what I'm hearing. Like something about like this owning is almost like you're like your money is improving, or you're finally using your money in the right way. Or it's just like maybe you didn't know how to dress up yourself before. Maybe you used to wear a lot of black. You know what I'm saying? So now there's a difference over here. 6 of Wands in reverse. I just heard that you don't run for clout. You don't run for clout. Like, you're not a groupie. I mean, that could be false, but I'm picking up for somebody that you're not a groupie. You hang out with a lot of people. You know a lot of people. You can hang out with them. You can go out of your comfort zone is what I'm picking up. You know what I feel? I think pile number 2, you are misjudged in some shape or form. That's what I'm speaking from my perspective. Like, I think it's not that you can't fight or stand up for yourself, but I think you choose to remain shut, because a lot of times you don't want to give your 2 cents on people, to people, because like they don't want to hear you anyways. I just feel like there is some sort of life experience where you just don't want to explain yourself to a lot of people. I don't know. Okay, that's not something that people notice though. I'm just speaking it from my level of consciousness. But with the 6 of Wands, you can come across as prideful, but I don't think that that's the case with a lot of people. I think that people think that you are prideful when they are being very prideful. Again, there is that mirroring energy over here, because like I feel like with the Pisces energy, house 8, again, you are somebody that's quite transformative. With the cardinal energies, cardinal signs, I'm picking up on heavy Cancer. That's Capricorn, Aries, Libra. Okay, they're noticing that you've been through something, and they don't even know that, but they suspect. That is what I'm picking up. Like, they suspect something that has happened to you. And with, I just feel like people, once they get past that barrier that you're, oh my god, like, how do I explain this? This is so you know what you call, like a shield. You have the shield on you, okay? And I'm not saying that people can notice it, but like when they first meet you, you are really reflecting their insecurities back to them. So I don't know what kind of a soul archetype this is. Like, you have some gift or something, I don't know. And you reflect that back to people. So when they first meet you or something, I don't know, I'm getting this. So like, we'll just go with the flow. Again, with Pisces, you probably go with the flow as well. I just get that like harmony is the main reading, main theme of your reading. Like, you like to maintain peace. That's what people are noticing. Even at your own detriment. I don't know why I heard that. So people maybe notice that a little bit, like a transition from people pleaser or something. Like, it probably takes you time to realize like how somebody is disrespecting you, because it's been normalized for a while. It could be a lot of narcissistic abuse in your childhood. That's why you're a little bit prone to that. But I think it takes you a little while, and then you understand like this is not something I'm gonna tolerate. So you cut that shit out. So it's almost like it takes you time to understand what is right or wrong, or what is not abuse, or what is disrespect. But then again, I'm getting like, what was I saying, Spirit? You mirror that back. Yes, thank you, Spirit. So they're like, this is important, because they keep bringing me back to it. You could be also quite chatty. And they notice that when you have to tell a small story from A to B, you would go from A to C to D, E, and then you would come back to B. Like, there's a lot of plot twists that you would add. You over explain as well, or perhaps you like to talk a lot. I don't know. But I'm getting like they would listen to you. There's also a magician quality where you're like, I don't know, somebody's actually a magician, like, you know, magical tricks, or you have some psychic abilities, you're a tarot reader, something about that, but you mirror it back. And once people get to know you, you're like the most loving person. So it's like maybe a lot of people meet you and you have a lot of past life karma that comes up in this lifetime, and people are just like, you know, attached to you, and you also don't know how to make sense of this attachment to them. But I think that it's that quote again, you know, like a lot of people come into your life to teach people, to teach them how to treat people, and, you know, love and affection, love and light and all that yada stuff. But for you, it's more like people come in your life to teach you your self-worth, something about that. Okay, zombie control. I'm getting give and receive. People sense that you have a good ratio of give and receive, or you know how to give and receive. Like, again, I said that, you know, you have potential for being a wifey hubby material. Like, they see that in you. Like, but then again, it like it mirrors back their insecurity. Like, am I even good enough for them? Attachment. Thank you so much, Spirit. They're literally like confirming what I said with this deck. Stillness. Like, you would stay quiet for it. and influence. Again, this is your past influencing. They notice that it takes you time to understand disrespect, perhaps. Okay, and that's natural. Okay, years of abuse just don't unravel itself like that. It unravels through experience and understanding your worth and defining what is right and wrong for you, what you will tolerate and not. So they probably notice this. Like, it's not like you're overbearing. It's just like you've been through a lot and it takes you time, and you like, you could be a little bit attached to pain or something, I don't know, confinement. Like, you get a little bit like, they see you as someone that is naturally, prone to being in their comfort zone, but it's like you detach yourself, you come out of it, is what I'm picking up. Pile number 2. So I'm gonna conclude this with a few more messages. Let's see what else do people notice about you or are noticing about you. The Devil. You are releasing yourself from a lot of things, heavy karma. Like, a lot of your childhood school friends or something like that, they think that you have had a rough life. And I think that they see you juggling a lot in life. The Devil with the Capricorn energies again. Like, there is a lot, and you're learning how to support yourself and grow out of your family trauma, to be very precise about it. Another deck, okay? Your past, people that have been in your life for decades, perhaps, or like have seen you grow. I'm getting at least over 2 years. Epiphany in disguise. I know there's some sort of gift that you have on a soulful level. I don't know if people notice that, but I know that for sure. And something like a shapeshifter energy, why do you reflect that back? And you might have a lot of anxiety is what people notice, because I'm tapping my foot. But it's like, pile number 2, you have something hidden that you're not telling people. And I think that it's not part of the reading, but it's like an exceptional message. You're realizing who you are, and you're working on it. And maybe you're working on manifestation, but you actually have understood how manifestation works. Now, that could be completely different on your own analogy. And I think that you're keeping it to yourself because you want to work on it. It's some sort of like, you are getting some sort of ancient wisdom, is what I'm picking up. A very interesting message to end this upon. Pile number 2, I'm going to leave your reading here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information or personal readings is given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Okay, started a little bit in the beginning. I saw the green color. Maybe you are very funny. I feel like a good sense of humor over here, definitely. I'm getting authentic, but how do I want to explain that? You're not scared to be yourself. I don't know why is it so underrated, or it's just like made in such a hoo-ha, like, oh yeah, you're authentic. But I really want to say that you're authentic, because like, you're not scared to be yourself. You're not weird. You're not scared to be weird, quirky yourself. And you're not walking on eggshells around your own self and around people, like trying to mimic how do you think that you should be around them so that they would like to be with you. So I'm getting this energy where you're just yourself, and that radiates a lot of self-confidence to like strangers, acquaintances, new people that you meet, interact, socialize with. These people, like, they're just noticing, like, hey, this person is just being themselves, and they're just so open in the first go. Like when you meet some people, they're just acting all fancy, and they're just like, and I'm hearing the song I'm So Fancy, but they would just act like I'm gonna get this, and they're just eating with their cutlery all sophisticated. And I'm not saying there's no elegance, okay, in that. I'm just saying in a way where you're just trying to pretend to be too much than what you are. I don't know. This is not a diss, but like, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. So this is that energy that I'm picking up from you. Like, you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and if I can't be myself around you, I'm just gonna not be around you. So this is a very heart chakra, like, it's open. The heart chakra is open. The heart chakra has been worked upon. The heart chakra is, I'm hearing, not so bruised anymore. The heart wants to be itself. The heart is alive, is what I'm picking up. You're a ray of sunshine, and you're a lot more than that for people. So I'm already emotional with your reading. You leave a mark on people, and I feel like people get addicted to you. There's a difference between being obsessed and addicted, right? I feel like people get addicted to your energy. Obsessed is like you're ruminating about somebody, you're thinking about them so much, you're thinking about something that they did. But then people being addicted to you is like, hey, I want to be around them because like they imitate this energy from inside, which I feel like is a little bit rare to find. So see, we have the Hermit and the Two of Cups. I feel like instantly, and it's not something to say that, people don't find you romantically attractive. People definitely think about like having you around as a friend because they think you're a very valuable asset to their life, okay? In terms of just happy-go-lucky, can we just emphasize on like how much in this world we need people who just know how to take life as life? And I mean, I'm guilty of it too, but just like it takes a lot of inner work is what I'm picking up. People have noticed how much it's taken for you to come here, Wheel of Fortune University, because it's not been easy for you. And I feel like your close friends have definitely noticed this a lot. So you have the pinks. Whoa, we have the pinks. So many pinks over here. You look really good when you dress up. One of the things that I really want to say. Something about pants, like jeans. Maybe you wear quirky prints, or there was this specific outfit where you wore pants, like you would know what you wore. I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just getting that. A lot of like prints and scars and textures, and like I'm getting like you look like you come from old money, or you have generational wealth, or something about like money is over here, like you have enough to leisure around with. Okay, the Chariot energy, Cancer, Wheel of Fortune, almost all signs. We have the Knight of Cups again, Three of Cups. See, I told you, it's like not that there is no romantic interest over here, but people really think like, you know what, if I can't give this person what I would want to give them, I would really like to have them around in some shape or form. Like people are noticing their desire to have you around, whether they feel competent enough or not. And you have a very sunny vibe to you is what I'm picking up over here. Like you just spread love. People notice that about you. Like you're just a very bubbly person to be around. And yeah, honestly, like what else should I say about pile number 3? There's just compliments and compliments. I do think that they think that you are maybe, like, I think people want to take out faults in you. Abundance. See, I mean, is there anything spirit that people don't like about pile number 3? Your smile. Wow, that's really not your smile. People notice your smile. Okay, eruption and product. Self-pleasure. People really have erotic thoughts about you. Cauldron. Synergy and healing. We have the pentagon behind. I'm hearing scripture, so maybe you're a lot into religion. Maybe Christian. I'm also hearing like Islam, Jewish, Hindu as well. I'm hearing a song, do it, do it, do it now, lick it good. I'm not gonna sing it, okay, but like if you know, you know, or something very badass about you as well. Synergy. I feel like you, again, this is the synergy of life that I'm picking up over here. You just want to go with the flow, like things will happen. And I feel like this is more like what your friends have noticed about you, perhaps, like people that are very close to you, friends that you call family, perhaps. Okay, it's like they feel like friendship with you has set a level of intimacy, a tone of intimacy, or like a depth where your maybe your friends that are single, they find it difficult to be in synergy with romantic partners or something like that, or like your romantic partners find it difficult to be in synergy with you because you have such deep emotional needs, or like, you know, intimacy. Like, I feel like you're attracting people that are also picking up blockages in their heart chakra when it comes to like bonding with you, and they want to heal themselves. I feel like with the fire process, it's like they want to heal themselves. Like, this is like giving me alchemy potion, because this is like a very witchy deck. It's called the Halloween Oracle. Okay, and this is literally like, which talks about somewhere where you're just doing your own alchemical process. And I feel like people see that in you, where maybe you have really deep friendships which don't allow you to actually find, or you know, you like, you get very bored or like annoyed, or it just doesn't satisfy you, like, it doesn't satiate you, excuse me, satiate you. Yeah. You have a very strong confident energy, because I'm getting like a lot of sacral and what's that called, solar plexus. Yes, thank you, spirit. And also crown chakra. So you're very intellectual, and I feel like you need somebody that's on your level, and people notice that, and that's why they kind of back off, and that's why they choose for the friendship option, because they feel like yeah, like it's like they almost reject themselves. But I feel like to a good extent, it's like they know they can't match up. Okay, so it's not, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to comment on that. Okay, I'm just not gonna say that. But okay, Spirit's telling me to say that. Like, sometimes you just know when you can do better, pile number three, and I think you know that, even regardless in the past, or maybe you sometimes, like, out of loneliness pick people like that. And I'm not saying that people notice this about you, or you know, maybe like your closest friends, your girlfriends and your boyfriends. Like, I'm talking about guys, and you have your boyfriends, and for girls you have your girlfriends. Okay, um you're very, very detail oriented is what I'm picking up with the way I'm expressing myself. And you know, your girlfriends and your boyfriends, your friends, basically pick up on this energy that, you know, you still choose people, you choose them, and you know internally that they're not on your level, but you will still do that out of loneliness, and you will go back and forth, and you're not opening up. And I want to let you know why, because you haven't met your match in some shape or form. You haven't reached your potential, so you don't even know what your match feels like. So I will need you to let you know that, like, hold on. I'm hearing this Hodor. I think it was in Game of Thrones, right? So it's like something is not opening that door for you right now, because like things don't work out for you right now. And I think that this is the message from your friend's higher self. I'm getting it, so I'm gonna say it, okay? These people are not on your level, and you know that. When somebody, this is really important to know, these people are not on your freaking level. And I think your friends notice that, or people notice that you date people that are not on your level. Renewal, because you still have to understand who you are. This is like the spring and the rainbows and the winters. I'm seeing like a full-blown whoa release. I was about to say, you know, a full-blown like glow up, like an emotional glow up, a mental glow up. Your personality is more attractive because of this. We have South Node life stats. You just went through something, right? Something that could be like, you know, maybe I spoke about it, like depression or something. For a long time you were like that, and things are really panning out for you. Like, you had to go through this, and you know, your friends have noticed that you had a difficult life, and they want you to do the best. And it could be because of a difficult childhood, but it's also like you keep attracting maybe karmic soulmates to help you release this baggage. And sometimes I feel like you often get entrapped in this, because you're just like, hey, I just want to be with, you know, somebody, and why don't I find my person? But hey, you know what, like, your person is also probably working on themselves, is what I'm hearing. I think you get really sad about it. 12th house escapes. Maybe you struggle with addictions as well. People see this other side of you, which is like, you know, I mean, of course, pile number three, there's always going to be light and dark. And that's what I said in the previous piles. I'm not just here to flatter you. And I feel like this is, like, if I'm explaining that to you, I think you completely understand that. But this is like the highs and the lows and lows of life. Like, you've had to go back into yourself to understand, and like understand what reasons are there for your own self doings, like why you behave the way you do. And I feel like your friends see you as a very introspective personality who sees themselves for who they are. And I feel like sometimes you're really hard on yourself. Maybe some of you are in therapy and you've been really working hard on yourself, or something about like healing is very important over here, because it's like your energy is speaking for itself, so it's automatically showing up in different ways in reality, right? So I'm seeing that your friends are really seeing your I saw house one before. So the first house is about self-image and the way you see yourself and self-esteem, and perhaps also body image. This gives me the full energy. So north node. See, we had the south node and the north node in different decks. So I am seeing Neptune twice over here with the 12th house, and Yang, Sun. Wow, so many synchronicities. Your friends are really noticing something changing in you as of now. And I feel like so we're going to talk about this card first. This is about your self-esteem. You've been healing that, so your approach towards life can change. You know what I'm saying? So like you've changed, and people around you are noticing. Like your approach is changing. You respect yourself. You demand respect as well. Okay. The second card we are going to talk about is Venus, because you've started loving yourself again. You know the greens that I saw. I don't know why am I doing this, but it's like Spirit's making me do that. Okay. It's like the greens that I saw. I said think about your heart chakra. It's like your heart is opening up. So I feel like the gestures that I'm doing is about opening up your heart. And it's like you can see that the shell has opened up and there's a pearl inside. It's almost like we can see that there's a egg and it's hatched and there's a bird flying. So it's like this process is really giving you the strength to be who you want to be and who you're meant to be. Of course, with the south node, with the past life, this is like, you know, south node is not just about things that hold you back, but it's like past life, where past life karma is also like, and karma is good and bad. So it's like you were supposed to release yourself in this lifetime, and your friends are people that have been chosen by you before you came on this planet to help yourself. So I feel like a lot more about like noticing, like they're noticing that you're opening yourself up and you're realizing your own flaws or error in your ways, right? The way you probably sabotage yourself. So they see you as a very self-aware person. They notice that. And with dream and transcend, like you have big dreams for yourself, but it's also in a way where I feel like you could have been someone who could be like a procrastinator. You would just like surrender to non-action a lot of times because you would be scared of like your own potential. Again, is what I keep hearing. You don't completely understand, but I'm getting like you're getting the gist of it. You haven't completely understood your power. I'm getting like a spiritual power over here. You haven't completely absorbed that. So I'm picking up on that energy over here. Like there's a lot more that needs to come, and I feel like your friends see that in you. And when you're just like, why are they so, I'm hearing the song by Mariah, like why are you so obsessed with me? So this is what I'm picking up. See, death, scorpionic energy. Again, there's Pluto energy over here. So with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like some good money is coming in, or you're just dressing well is what I'm getting. Something about pants is very, maybe you have really good legs is what I'm picking up. Ten of Swords in reverse. Definitely, a lot of people are noticing that it's like I killed my old self or something like that. Like that girl doesn't exist is what I'm hearing. Something about that file number 3, North Node. Again, you're moving forward. People are noticing that you're moving forward in your life. I'm also getting like your exes, like somebody, one of your ex who has still kept tabs on you, and you would know that person. They tried to probably come back in your life or something, like that there are a few people in your past, like situationships or something like that. These people are also like addicted to you because you played a huge role in their life, and they notice that, and they notice that they're still like you're the one that got away, perhaps. Fixed signs. So we have stability, persistence, loyalty, and dependability. Like they see that you were sent by God. Like I'm hearing hand of God, like you have that hand of God on you. You just feel like somebody that's special. Honestly, you feel like somebody that is special, somebody that's meant to be is what I'm hearing. People notice that, like people notice this, like there's a lot of like anointing kind of a power over here that people notice about you. Especially I keep getting like pile number 3, yours is like up close and personal. Like yours is a lot about people that are close to you and have seen your struggles, not on the surface, like where you're probably just having a physical glow up and you're doing better and you're wearing good clothes. No, I'm talking about people that are close to you and have seen you persist through a lot of things that you have struggled to have in your life. So kudos to you, pile number 3. This was an amazing reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye.